Transmitting live from a tower atop the Taco Bell in Haddonfield, Illinois. This is the Robert Dyer Channel Halloween Countdown 2022. And now, here's the man who's already test-driven the hearse you'll take your final ride in, Robert Dyer. Hi everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer Channel Halloween Countdown for 2022. I thank God the Lord has seen fit for all of us to be here again together for another Halloween Countdown. I believe this may be the 10th one I've done on the channel. This is really the start of the most wonderful time of the year, Halloween and Christmas. And here on the Halloween Countdown, you know, I do a Christmas countdown that's every day leading up to Christmas. The Halloween countdown isn't every day necessarily, but it is counting down to the 31st. And on the Halloween countdown, I review this year's greatest Halloween products, as well as any other great products in general that happen to come out during October. And today I'm very excited to start off with an absolutely horrifying, ghoulish product from Skittles. You remember a few years ago I did the Skittles zombie Skittles, and if you watch this channel you know I like this type of a product where there's a gimmick or a novelty to it. The Doritos roulette, where you don't know what chip you pull out might be a scorching hot, and the zombie Skittles, some of them mixed in were terrible rotten flavor, and they've come back to this idea again with a new variation called Shriekers, and this wonderful ghoulish packaging, and they have 5 ghoulish flavors, but some of them, to your surprise, it says will be so sour they will make you shriek. So I'm kind of scared right now. These are the things I do for the viewing audience here on the channel. We're going to find out just what level of punishment this is going to deliver. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the packaging here. And it is wonderful Halloween packaging. The thing that really stands out is this really terrifying Grim Reaper and his bony fingers wrapping around the logo here, and then you can see he is shrieking. Shriekers. You can only imagine the bone-chilling sound. Beware, try if you dare. You have the usual rainbow theme of Skittles. And then down here it says, some are so sour they will make you shriek. Fun size. Citrus scream. Shocking lime. Rattled raspberry. Ghoulish green apple. And spine-tingling tangerine. Now I like a good tangerine. These are good till next summer. And the nutrition, you didn't buy this for the nutrition, that's for sure, but there is only 11 grams of sugar in each little bag, so that's pretty good. You've got sort of a miniature of what was on the front, which is nice. It could have just been a blank one. And it actually tells you the flavors again, so you can, I guess the idea is if you hand these out for Halloween, that not only will the recipient know what the flavors are, but they, and I guess perhaps their parents, will know that this is the Shriekers. And if they know what that is, they'll know that they won't end up being a prank on the poor kids. But now that one is, I don't know what that was. There's something stuck to that one now. The Aroma, well, it pretty much smells like a Skittle. Just a candy shell. No, for example, this is not a fruit aroma. So let's take this terrifying challenge and see just how horrible it is. So the one I just had was shocking lime, and it just tasted like that. This is, well, now they flipped it on me. This is spine-tingling tangerine, or at least it appears to be. Well, that one was not a shrieker either, but it did have a wonderful tangerine flavor. That was much better and more accurate than that shocking lime. Let's get out another one here. Now this is weird. I guess this is supposed to be the rattled raspberry, but I'm a little bit rattled because it looks more black than raspberry. This is almost like a Dracula Skittle. I don't know what it is. Well, it definitely tastes like raspberry. Let's try a couple more here. These are the ghoulish green apple. Now I have citrus scream. Well, that was just a citrus scream, no shrieker. Kind of an odd orange flavor. Kind of, I guess, the orange that Herman Munster would have for breakfast. Let's just try to find the shrieker in here. I'm running out of time here. Oh, they got me. Oh. Oh God. Oh. Just when you thought it was safe to get back in bed, it's time for spooky news. Live from the Charles Manson Institute for Strategic Studies in Huber Heights, I'm your host, TarnationBob. Today's spooky news comes from right here in the great state of Ohio. A young housewife in the Cincinnati suburbs was preparing a beef stroganoff hamburger helper for dinner and daydreaming about TarnationBob while looking out the back window. Suddenly she felt an extreme chill and noticed a figure in a dark black cloak moving across the backyard. Underneath the cloak was a skeleton. It was the Grim Reaper with a devilish grin. But just as quickly as he appeared, he disappeared. She collapsed shaken into a chair. Are your windows shut tight? Are your doors locked? If not, you just might be the next story on Spooky News. Good night. Oh. 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 Well, I have to say that this is a pretty good gimmick for Halloween. I think I guess these are randomly packed at the factory, so they can't necessarily gauge how many are going into each pack, so it seemed like it was a little bit light on the number of shriekers in here. I ate quite a few, and it seemed like only one or two of them were actual shriekers, but at the same time it makes it so that you get quite a number of the normal ones, and you don't want a product that's inedible. Having said that, the shriekers are not that bad. They're not as bad as the rotten zombie Skittles. Those were sort of inedible in my opinion, but these are not going to ruin your trick-or-treating or your Halloween movies on the TV or what have you. So from that standpoint, it's just a fun gimmick. I like this type of product, and it's a limited edition, so just like we remember the rotten zombie Skittles, 5 years from now you'll say, oh yeah, I remember that. Something that you'll have in the memory banks from Halloween 2022, and I think that's what this kind of product is all about. So a great gimmick, great flavors for the most part in here, just as a good candy. I'm going to go ahead and be a little bit generous here because I want to encourage more of these type of products on the market, whether it be chips or candies or whatever. So I'm going to say I feel pretty comfortable giving this 5 stars out of 5, especially when I consider this very nice ghoulish packaging on here and the Grim Reaper. So I hope you like this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time on this Halloween countdown. Bye everybody.